I'm real excited to share our latest project, an NCAA men's basketball tournament bracket made exclusively out of Lego. If you follow along, I'll show you how we built this and how we're going to update it once the teams are put on the bracket and the games begin.
The NCAA Tournament's been my favorite sporting event since I was a little kid. In fact, when I was a kid, I would, on paper, draw big brackets, put them up on the wall in my bedroom, and follow along during the tournament. Now, last year I was watching and I got to thinking about Lego and can I build a bracket like that using our Lego? So for the past year, I've been kind of squirreling away pieces here and there, tinkering with this, and here we go for this year.
We got about 2,200 pieces in this build, mostly grays, white, and black. But for an accent color, really wanted a lot of orange in here. I'm going to show you later how we work some more color into the build once got the teams on the brackets. Start by building the base, relatively simple with a bunch of plates. You can see forming here that orange round shape that is going to end up being the bracket for the Final Four. These 16 by 16 plates are pretty sturdy, so we don't need a whole lot of support behind them. Remember, this is all going to be hanging on a wall when we are done. You see those tan hook pieces there on the left and the right. Those help us secure the whole bracket to the wall. Now we're going to carefully flip this whole thing over so we can start adding our brackets on the front side of this build. Now we're going to start in chronological order with the tournament and do the first 4 games. We're going to use some snot bricks and some regular bricks kind of turned sideways to create the signage for this whole bracket build. And the first one, of course, is the first 4, which we are spelling out using Lego. This little signage got tricky a few times because to line up the snot bricks up the side, to be able to connect a couple plates to the top and the bottom here. Those snot bricks had to be put in the exact perfect spot, and if you're off by one tile, the whole thing wouldn't connect. So that took a little bit of troubleshooting to get correct, but it is looking really good. So then we put that signage on the build, and then next to it we build the little mini brackets. Basically, these first 4 games are in Dayton. As you can see here, I'm adding the label to show where those games are played. Now that the first 4 is done, we can move on to the main part of this NCAA bracket. First, we add the seeds down the side, and they go in a specific order. These are really pretty simple, just orange 2x2 tiles with some custom stickers I make with our Make ID printer. And now it's time to build a big bracket. Key pieces here, some 2x6 tiles, a bunch of those going down the side. Now we're connecting everything, in the flow that a tournament goes to. There's 8 games in the first round there, then it goes down to 4, and then 2 and 1 in this region. Then there are 4 regions. Now that all the regional brackets are complete, we can turn our attention to doing more signage so we can label the individual regions according to their names. There's East, South, Midwest, and West. Now we built each of these signs the exact same way we did the first 4 sign, only using orange to give it just a little bit more color to the whole model. Now, keep in mind, we're going to put these labels down in each region right now, but until the actual bracket is announced, we're not sure if the South region is going to be in the bottom left or top right. Again, these signs were built to be mobile, so we could switch it around as necessary. Now it's time to finish off the middle of this build and the final 4. This sign is built very much like that first 4 sign from before, with a lot of tiles, small pieces put on their side. So we've got that complete, except for one detail. We want to show that the Final 4 is in New Orleans this year. And this is how we go about doing that. We've done a sticker, then we trim that sticker so it's going to fit on a 2x6 orange tile. And once we have the sticker on there nice and straight like we want it, we take that tile and put it in the middle of the build right below those other games to signify that, yes, these games will be in New Orleans. Now, what we're going to do once the bracket is announced, we have those orange tiles throughout the build, so each game, the venue, is also going to get its own sticker. Now let's take a look at how we're going to add teams to this bracket once that is announced. Doing a sticker here for Ohio State, which we're hopeful gets into the tournament. Again, doing a sticker and then putting it on one of those 2x6 tiles. Now, let's say Ohio State's going to be the 10 seed in the Midwest. It's actually one possible place where they might end up, at least at this point. So what we're going to do is prop up that empty tile and then put the Ohio State tile in that spot. One other thing we're going to do to add a little more color to this build is just to the left where it says the team name there, there's a little open area, the gray. What we're going to do is, for Ohio State, their colors are scarlet and gray. So I'm taking a little 1x2 plate, adding a little red round 1x1, a little gray round 1x1 to add Ohio State's colors right next to them on the bracket. And then right to the left of that, we're also going to put the score once that's complete. I'm excited about adding all the team colors on this bracket. I think it's going to add some really fun detail. Now, the final big part of this project is kind of an overall sign on the top that just signifies that this is the 2025 NCAA Tournament. As you can see through this stop motion, just using some really basic Lego bricks here to put all of this together. A couple little some snot bricks in here interspersed, had to do some studs on their side there to make the inside of the end and make it look nice. But again, nothing really too fancy in how these letters at the top came together.
I'm really looking forward to updating this once the bracket is announced and again when the tournament starts. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you guys are able to follow along.
And I would love to hear your thoughts on this build in the comments.